は誰ともタッグを組みたがらず元気がありません。グルミンどうしたらいいでしょうか。
そうだなあ。うってつけのやつがいるから相談に乗ってもらおう。楽しみに待っててくれー。つうわけで今回はこれにて終了。
Honestly, I would eat an 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐽𝐩𝐿. 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐽𝐩𝐿, come here. Get that bacon. Okay, my friends. Episode number 36 of Pokemon Horizons. And this was a awesome episode. One of the coolest episodes of the season. And I would definitely describe these types of episodes as filler episodes. So, and I don't, one of the really cool things is in Pokemon in general, not just Pokemon Horizons, but like Pokemon Journeys, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Black and White, yada, yada, yada. For the most part, most filler episodes do really well to do exactly what filler is meant to do, and that is kind of fill in what the rest of the world is like. Fill in what, what Pokemon breeding is like. Fill in what Pokemon contests are like. Fill in what making a Pokemon egg is like at a Pokemon daycare, right? Like going off and doing all these things that kind of fill out the world a little bit more. Last week's episode, we got to see, how does Freed and how do the folks inside of the Pokemon Volticers, how do they make money, right? Like, so this episode I thought was really, really cool because it featured Dot or I guess you should say it featured Gurumin, and I really, really enjoyed the fact that it did feature Gurumin. And I think, we can all agree that 𝐒𝐿𝐴 is all of us, right? Like, so think about the person or, like the person, YouTuber, actor, singer, voice actor, whatever. Think about the one person that you're just like a super fan of. Your boy, maybe? I don't know. But think about, think about like that person that you're a super fan of. And having them ask you a favor, right? Immediately you're like, oh, yeah, you're asking me? What? You're asking little me to go do it? And that's how 𝐒𝐿𝐴 was. She was like, she didn't even say Dot, right? She didn't even like, oh, Dot's asking me a favor. Like my homegirl Dot. No, she's like, Gurumin is asking me a favor? What? Me? Right? Gurumin, me? You want me? You want me to go do it? And she's like, yeah, I'll go do it. I'll go. And I'm like, yeah, you're all of us, dude. And then the rest of the episode was just, I laughed a lot this episode. It featured two 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐽𝐿s. One was Prince and one was Tauros. I have to, honestly, I have like a few shiny Lechonks in Scarlet and Violet. I'm definitely going to name one Prince and one Tauros for sure. Because Tauros is such a cute name. But it featured these two Pokemon, and it featured these two Pokemon trainers, and essentially Gurumin has one of her viewers reach out and say, hey, I have this big double team battle thing coming in my town, and I really want to go after it, and I want to win the tournament, but my 𝐒𝐿𝐴 is down in the dumps. I don't really know what to do. And immediately Gurumin's like, oh, I got the girl for you. She's like, I'm going to go send 𝐼𝐻𝐻 Superfan, which is basically Sprigatito Superfan, right? And I was like, yo, we're going to go, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 gonna go? So 𝐒𝐿𝐴 goes, she meets the girl, and very long story short is we have a similar scenario that if you watch Pokemon Journeys, in Pokemon Journeys, 𝐿𝐴 has, or 𝐿𝐴, I always say 𝐿𝐴 because of Hunter but like 𝐿𝐴 has two Pokemon. He has a Heracross, who's male, and a Pinsir, who's female. And inside of the domain, or inside like the professor's area where his Pokemon are held, the Pinsir's in love with the Heracross. And it's a whole funny ass episode. And this was like, I was like, this is them kind of rehashing that, Pokemon fall in love kind of thing. Because of course they do, right? They mate, they're animals. So this one features it, but in an 𝐒𝐿𝐴 theme, and I loved it. Like, they got the 𝐒𝐿𝐴, and they figured out why she was depressed is because of this other 𝐒𝐿𝐴, and they dress her up, and they get her to like, strut her bacon around, and it was just so cute. And then finally, in Pokemon Journeys, right, you had Ash and 𝐿𝐴. And 𝐿𝐴 kind of got it, right? He was like, oh, my Pinsir's in love with Heracross stuff. Ash was always the stupid one, like, what's going on over here? What do you mean she likes him? Like a friend? And 𝐿𝐴's like, nah, dude. Like, so here, 𝐿𝐴 is 𝐒𝐿𝐴 and Ash is Roy. Because Roy's like, whoa, I don't know what's going on. Let's pretty her up. I don't know. And 𝐒𝐿𝐴's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Not only does this girl's oinkalone like this boy's oinkalone. The girl likes the guy, which is her childhood friend, which I always find I found like I chuckled when the little girl was like, this is my childhood friend. I'm like, yo, you're like 10 or 8. You're like 11 at best. At best case scenario, you're 11. Like, here's my childhood friend. Like, you are a child. So like that, I thought that was just like, it wasn't like a, what do you say? It's not to diminish the fact that, kids like that exist. Like, oh, here's my childhood. We've known each other since we were 8. So you're talking about like a year ago? That's what you're saying? Like you know each other since 2021? But to kids, the way time passes for kids is a lot different. So I thought it was just really cute. And it just kind of reminds me of like one of the things my son said, because he's in his second year of school now, and there's this like little girl that he likes, or she likes him or something, and she's like, yeah, she's liked me forever, like years. And I'm just like, bro, you just started school like not even like a year or two ago. So it's just it resonated with me. I thought that was really, really cute. And I thought it was really fun and really funny. And come to find out that, yeah, she does like him and he does like her. And of course, they do the thing that kids do, to kind of bully each other because they don't really know how to, deal with feelings yet because they're children. And I like how Liko like, yo, I got it. And at the end of the episode, Gurumin was like, oh, like you're setting people up. And she just getting like blasted with like, yo, Gurumin the love doctor. And this episode was just a really, really fun time. I thought episode 36 was so good. We got to learn more about Winkalones. Like, I'll be honest, I love Lechonk. I think Lechonk is an awesome Pokemon. I love the shiny for Lechonk. Like, I'm a big Lechonk fan. I don't have my Lechonk plush. Back here, I have my my Sprigatito's and stuff, but I don't have my Lechonk is in my other room. But I really love Lechonk. When Lechonk, I saw it first evolve into Oinkalone, I was so disappointed because Lechonk is pre Pokemon design, and Oinkalone not so much, right? This episode though did give more life to Oinkalone. I don't really like Oinkalone still, but it's kind of seeing it, in the world, kind of seeing its mannerisms, how it really is in the world. It did go up a scale for me, and then knowing that the male releases a scent that attracts females, and the female just like emits a like calming effect, and I was like, that's really, really cool stuff. So I like Oinkalone a little more than I did before I watched this episode. So anyways, Pokemon fans, appreciate you guys being here. Episode 36, Chef's Kiss. I thought this was just a really, really fun time, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. I can't even lie to you guys. Like I was all cheeky. Look at these fat cheeks. I was cheeky from end to end, and I just really, really loved the episode. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments below, my friends. I'll see you in the next one, trainers.